Okay, today we see the another problem on minimum rent. Okay, it is because of internet problem. Today we see another problem based on minimum rent method. The exercise number 14 in the MB curriculum book. Only two examples are there on minimum rent method. One is exercise number 7, another is exercise number 14. These two examples exercise are based on minimum rent method and all the other problems are based on first method. Okay, today we see that problem. You see this. Mr. Rakesh wrote a book on accountancy. Rakesh wrote a book on accountancy and got it published with the Mangalore Publishers. Mangalore Publishers on the terms that royalty will be paid at the rate of ₹5 per copy sold. Royalty is the 5 per copy sold and the minimum rent is ₹15,000. Royalty per copy sold is ₹5. You have to see whether the royalty is based on production or on sale. That is to be first confirmed and then you have to prepare the statement. Okay. ₹5 per copy sold. So you have to calculate the quantity sold before preparation of the royalty chart. And subject to the minimum rent of ₹15,000 per year with the right to recoupment of the short working over the first 3 years only. Recovery of short working is in the first 3 years only. First 3 years. First 3 years means fixed time. This is the problem based on fixed time. And more problems are many problems. Many number of problems I solved based on the floating period, next period. But this is the problem based on first 3 years. First 3 years means 1975, 76, 77. These are the first 3 years. In these 3 years, you have to recover the short working. And whatever balance of short working remains at the end of 1977, that must goes to a recovery column. And after this year, you are not permitted to recover any short working. Remember this. This is the first 3 years. Okay. This type of problems they will ask rarely. And here is here copy printed means production. Number of closing stock is there. Quantity of closing stock is there. On the basis of this, first you have to calculate the quantity sold, copy sold, then prepare the royalty chart. They have to prepare minimum rent account, royalty account, short working account, and Mr. Rakesh account. These 4 accounts they have to prepare. Okay. And in this problem, rate of royalty is 5. Minimum rent 15,000. Recovery period is first 3 years. First 3 years. The word is first, not next. Okay. And there is no strike. You see the table. Statement showing copies sold. First you take the date. First year end, second year end, third year end, fourth year end. Then you take the opening stock column, copies printed 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. Number of copies printed. Then closing stock. Closing stock first year 100, and there is no opening stock for the first year. There is information regarding opening stock of the first year is not given in the problem. Therefore, first year opening stock is 0. And this closing stock of first year becomes the opening stock for the second year. Okay. Then second year closing stock 200. This 200 second year closing stock becomes the opening stock for the third year. And third year closing stock is 400. This 400 closing stock of third year becomes opening stock for the fourth year. And fourth year closing stock 500 will become opening stock for the fifth year. Fifth year information is not given. Okay. Next, you calculate the copies sold. Copies sold. Copies sold is equal to a opening stock plus printed minus closing stock. Opening stock plus printed minus closing stock. This is 1900. And second column is 100 plus 3000 minus 200, 2900. 200 plus 4000 minus 400, 3800. 400 plus 5000 minus 500, 4900. Miss Koth raised the hand. What is your problem? Any problem? You put your problems in the chat box. Whatever, suppose you are having any problems or confusions, you put in the chat box. Okay, this is the, clear regarding the copies sold. Now you prepare the royalty chart. You prepare the royalty chart. Date, first year end, second year end, third year end, fourth year end. Next, you take the units sold. Units sold means copies sold. 1900, 2900, 3800, 4900. Then rate of royalties 5, 5, 5, 5. Rate is there. Multiply the unit and rate, you will get the royalty. 9500, 14,500, 19,000, and last 24,500. Next is minimum rent. Minimum rent is 15,000. 15,000 first year, 15,000 second year, 15,000 third year, and 15,000 is the fifth year. Now we calculate the excess. First year excess, no. Second year excess, no. Third year, there is excess of 4,000. 19,000 minus 15,000, 4,000 excess. Then last year, 9,500 excess. Then short working. First year short working is 5,500. Second year short working is 500. Third year nil, fourth year nil. And recovery period is first 3 years. You are permitted to recover short working in the first 3 years. First year, not possible. Second year, not possible. First year not possible, second year not possible because there is no excess. And third year, it is possible to recover 4,000. You recover in common rupees 4,000. There is a excess. Okay. And time given completed. Time given for you people is first 3 years. First 3 years completed. You recovered 4,000. What about the remaining? Remaining is The total short working is 5,500 plus 500, 6,000, 6,000. Out of 6,000, 4,000 recovered. Then 2,000 will not be recovered because time given completed. So 2,000 goes to next column. This is the first 3 years method. Okay. Up to first 3 years and you wait, then collect the remaining. Collect the remaining. Okay. And remaining column you put the 0 like this, the part of short working completed. Then payment column 15,000 first year. Royalty plus SW minus SWR. 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 24,500 last year because 24,500 plus 0 minus 0. Clear? This is the royalty chart. Okay. They asked to prepare the accounts in the books of Mangalore publishers. Okay, ledger accounts in the books of Mangalore publisher. Mangalore publisher is the publisher. They are the lessee. In the books of lessee, first account is minimum rent account. Okay. This minimum rent account is to be prepared for only 2 years because only 2 years there is a short working. Only 2 years you prepare this minimum rent account, that is a 75 and 76. Debit side to Ramesh, author name. Author is Ramesh. Ramesh account 15,000 minimum rent. Credit side you write royalty and short working. By royalty account 9,500. By short working account 5,500. You write these two and take the total. First year completes. Debit side lesser name. Lesser means author. Author is Ramesh. Credit side royalty and short working. Close the account. This will tally. And this debit side amount is minimum rent. Second year 1976 to Ramesh account 15,000. By royalty 14,500 and short working is 500. Short working is 500. You write these two, close the account. Minimum rent account is for only 2 years, 75, 76. Because in the year 75 and 76, there is a short working. And in the remaining 2 years, there is no short working. Therefore, minimum rent account will not arise. Okay. Minimum rent account will write. Next come to the royalty account. In the royalty account, debit side lesser name, credit side royalty, P&L account. Debit side lesser name, credit side P&L account. It is original method. But in the year of minimum rent or short working, you have to modify. Lesser or minimum rent. Okay. 1975 minimum rent account 9,500, royalty 9,500. You write the minimum rent here, but amount is from always royalty column. There is no change in the amount. Changes are to be made in the particular column. Minimum rent account 9,500, PL account 9,500, first year completed. Second year date, minimum rent account 14,500, by PL account 14,500. Second year completed. Okay. And in the third year, I takes to Ramesh account. I take Ramesh account lesser, that is author. Because in this year there is no short working. Therefore, original method I am following. 19,000 royalty by P&L account 19,000, total 19,000. Third year completed. And fourth year to Ramesh account 24,500 royalty, by P&L account 24,500 royalty. Total 24,500. This is the sequence. Okay, in the original method, always we write to Ramesh. 4 times to Ramesh in the original method. In the minimum rent method, we make small changes. That is, for minimum rent year. How many years we prepare minimum rent? For those years, we write to minimum rent instead of lesser name. Okay, lesser name. Okay, this is the point you remember. Royalty. What is the change required? Next account is Ramesh account. Second account is Ramesh account. Ramesh is the author. Debit side bank, there is no change. Credit side, buy royalty or minimum rent. Minimum rent only when there is a SW short working for that year. Okay, you see here 1975 to bank account, payment column 15,000, 31st 12/75 by minimum rent account 15,000. Because in the year there is a minimum rent 15,000. Totally you have to take total amount. In royalty plus short working comes on the credit side. Total 15,000, 15,000 first year completed. Second year date to bank, payment column 15,000, by minimum rent 15,000. This minimum rent is nothing but it is a total of royalty plus short working. It is a total of royalty plus short working. It is 15,000. Okay. 15,000 is the total. First 2 years completed. Third year is royalty account debtor, sorry, to bank account. To bank account, payment column 15,000. And by royalty account 19,000. Old method started. Old method. Original 19,000. Close the account. Difference 4,000 goes to short working. Goes to short working. Clear? And next year, 31st 12/78 to bank account 24,500 payment column, by P&L account, sorry, by royalty account 24,500. There is no SWR. Okay. So this goes to total 24,500. What is change in this? Debit side no change, amount column there is no change. In the credit side only, instead of royalty, we take minimum rent if there is a minimum rent account for that year. Okay, and amount is minimum rent. You remember this point. Next is short working account. In the short working account, debit side only change. Instead of lesser name, you have to write minimum rent account. Minimum rent account. Credit side item same, amount same. Okay. Debit side 1985. Debit side 1985 to minimum rent. Minimum rent is 5,500. This is not minimum rent. Account is minimum rent. Amount is SW amount 5,500. There is no balance or there is no SWR, SWIR. Close the account, ascertain the balance. Buy balance carried down 5,500. 5,500 is the balance carried down. Okay. Total 5,500. 11876. Okay, sorry. I copied the date from the previous problem. I'll change it. Is it okay now? You see, 31st 1278 minimum rent 5,500. 31st 1275 goes to balance 5,500. Then 1176 opening balance 5,500. And for the 1976, again there is a SW that is recorded as minimum rent 500. Close the account, ascertain the balance. 31st 1276, buy balance carried down 6,000. 6,000 is the total. 1177, two balance brought down 6,000. Okay. And there is no amount in the SW column for this year. There is no amount in the SW column for this year. So in the credit side, there are two amounts, SWR, SWIR. By Ramesh account 4,000, SWR. By PN account 2,000, SWIR. Take the total is same, no problem. If there is a balance, you carry down the balance. Okay, this is the problem based on minimum rent account. Okay, these are the different problems I solved. Minimum rent method, two problems. One problem based on lesser and all the problems based on lessee. You solve all the problems. My duty is completed regarding this royalty account. And tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Monday, till Monday, I will dictate all the problems and upload in the Google Drive. Okay, I send you the recorded video. I'll send you the recorded video regarding the dictation of all the problems. Whatever I have not solved, I dictate all the problems and you solve example number 1 to example number 51. Okay, you solve all the problems and dictation will be given regarding how to solve the problems. I'll not solve all the problems. You have to solve 51 to 52 problems are there. All the problems you have to solve in your notebook. Okay, I'll see all the examples whenever you comes to college during offline classes. Okay. And time is only 1 minute. After 5 minutes, I will rejoin and dictate some problems today. You give me 5 minutes time, rejoin and dictate some problems. Thank you.